Assalamu alaikum. Good morning to one and all. Myself Rabia Kumle. I am here to teach you OCM. We have already started with the very first chapter of OCM, that is Introduction to Commerce and Business, and we have already studied about what do you mean by business. Business is an economic activity which deals with buying and selling of goods and services. Basically, it is an exchange of goods and services with money or money's worth or anything for its consideration. Okay, so today we are going to study another aspect of commerce, that is profession. Profession is that part of economic activities under which a person uses his educational knowledge and special skills to render services for earning some income. For example, doctors, lawyers, chartered accountants, etc. So what do you mean by profession? It is a part of economic activity. Now we have already studied that human activities are divided into two: economic activities and non-economic activities. Economic activities are those activities that are related to money, and non-economic activities that are related to not related to money, like cooking food, making painting for hobbies, or music as a hobby, then it's fine. But if you are cooking food for earning money, that is an economic activity. Playing music for earning money, that is an economic activity. So profession is an economic activity under which a person uses his educational knowledge. For a business, you do not need to have an educational knowledge. That means even if you are not a graduate, even if you are not a postgraduate, you do not hold any degree, still you can run a business. Even an illiterate person can start up a business and do buying and selling and be a businessman. But to be a professional, you need to have an educational qualification. Like you can be a doctor. For that you have to study, you have a proper education. Then you can be a lawyer, you can be a chartered accountant, you can be a teacher, you can be anything, any profession. For that you have to study. That is a profession for which you tend to have an educational knowledge. That is a profession. A profession is an activity wherein a person uses his educational capabilities. Like in if even if you are a science student and you start up a business of buying and selling goods, you can do that, you do not have any problem. But if you want to be a doctor, you have to conduct education related to medicine. If you want to be a lawyer, you have to conduct education related to law. If you want to be a teacher, you have to conduct education related to arts or teaching faculty, teaching aspects. So you need to be educationally qualified. Then you have to have proper qualification. You have to be a part of an institution, like for bar council of India have it. For law, then for medicine there is another council. Okay, for teachers there is another council. You need to have your name under that council in order to be a professional. So what are the features of profession? First, aim. Every profession is practiced for earning money. Also, they render services to their clients and solve their problems. There are two main aims of being a professional. You have to, you want to earn money. That is why you are conducting that profession. And secondly, you want to provide service to the people from your education. Like I have studied law. I know what is rules and regulations of the Indian constitution and Indian law. So I can help people and render my services and help them achieve their goals or targets. Like if I have studied medicine, if I am a doctor, I have a specific knowledge in medicine, then I can render my services to people in order to give them some cure. Okay, so there are two main aims of professional: earning money and providing services. Second, qualification. A person a person who is practicing a profession need to be qualified. Each profession have certain a set of body, set of knowledge. This knowledge has to be acquired only by systematic and formal training. You cannot just say that I have studied books of medicine over the years by sitting in a library. Now I know what is the cure for for this illness and that illness, and I can be a doctor. No, you have to have a qualification of MBBS, MD, or anything like that in order to be a doctor. You cannot give people medicine, you cannot cure people unless you have a proper qualification in the field of medicine. Okay, then second is third is financial returns. Financial returns, that is again related to money. If you are providing services, if you are giving medicine to people, if you are helping people to get the illness cured, then that person is not giving you only blessings, that person is giving you money in exchange of that services. If you are solving cases of people, if you are a lawyer, then that client is going to give you money in exchange of that services. If you are a teacher, if you are teaching your students, if you are providing knowledge to the students, these students are going to pay you fees, the institution is going to pay you salary, so that you get financial return for your profession. Professionals get fees in exchange of their services. Income received to professional is not fixed. True. Whenever you have a client, you can charge them accordingly. Like if you go to a doctor, sometimes they take 100 rupees, sometimes they take 500 rupees, or sometimes they take 50 rupees. It all depends on the quality of the service that they provide. So there is no fixed income of the profession. Professionals can be employed in organization or self-employed. If you are a doctor, you can work in a hospital, or you can open up your own clinic. So you can have self-employed, or you can work for an organization. If you are a teacher, you can start up your own tuition classes, or you can work in a college or a school. So understood? Then a working chartered accountant gets salary, but those who practice privately get fees. Understood? If you are working for a firm, you get proper salary. Like leave chartered accountant, a teacher. If a teacher is working in a school, she is going to get salary. But if the same teacher is teaching tuitions, then she is going to get fees. So financial returns are fixed. Like you are going to get financial returns. It can be either in the form of fees or in the form of salary. Next is capital. Profession can be practiced independently, or professionals can work under some independent practicing professional. requires Independent practicing professional requires huge capital for setting his practice. Like we just said, there are two types of professions. One who work for other institutions, and second, the one who are self-employed. If you are working for other institutions, if you are a doctor working in a hospital, you do not need capital. If you are a teacher working in a school, you do not need capital. But if you are self-employed, you are going to open up your own clinic, you are going to open up your own tuition classes, then you have to have capital, then you have to invest your own money and start up your profession. Like in business, capital is compulsory. If you are going to start up a business, you have to invest capital. But for profession, it is optional. It is only necessary for self-employed professionals. Okay, then non-transferability. A profession cannot be transferred from one person to another person. Like a doctor cannot transfer his medical practice to his son or daughter who has not completed concerned medical education. Like if I am a doctor and I am like 56 or years old, and I don't want to provide services anymore, I feel tired, so I have a daughter and she is studying medicine and she has not yet completed medicine, so I cannot transfer my clinic to her, my degree to her, my profession to her. Like in business, if a father expires, the son overtakes his business and conducts the business accordingly. But in case of profession, you cannot transfer your profession to other person unless that person have the same qualification as you. Like if I am a doctor and I am an MBBS and my daughter is also an MBBS, if I someday does not want to go and sit, I can make my daughter sit only if she have a proper qualification required. Okay, Understood? So you cannot transfer profession from one person to another, as you can do it in case of business. Okay, so the next is registration. Sorry. Next is registration and membership. Some professionals have a council which regulates the activities of professionals. These professionals have to register them with the respective council and get certificate of practice. Like I said, you need to have education from a proper education center institution, and you have to be entered into specific councils. Like examples are given: Bar Council of India for lawyers. If you complete your law, you have to get your name under the Bar Council of India. Then and then only you can practice law. Then ICAI for chartered accountants, Indian Medical Association for doctors. Then if you are a doctor, you are registered in IMAI, Indian Medical Association. If you're a chartered accountant, if your name is mentioned in ICAI list, then you have to follow all the rules and regulations laid down by these councils of India. Like if the Bar Council of India make any resolution or make any changes in the rules and regulations, every professional lawyer have to follow that strictly. Okay. Nature of work. The nature of work of professionals is that they provide services in exchange of fees or remuneration. Like example, an architect designs the layout of office for fees. Then a doctor gives medicine for fees. A teacher provides education for salary. Okay. The next topic that we are going to study today is employment. But before that, everybody have understood what do you mean by profession, what are the features of profession, what is the main aim of profession. You need to be registered under councils, you need to have proper education, you there is no fixed in salary, it may change. Then capital is required for self-employed professional. Okay. Now we are going to study what is employment. It is different from profession. It is an economic activity in which people work for others. There is the employer and employee relationship. Profession, you can be independent also, but employment, you have to work for anybody else. Then only you are doing employment. Then only you are an employee. And the person who gives you this job is an employer. An employer is the person who offers the work, and the person who accepts the work is called employee. Remuneration and terms and conditions are agreed by both of them. Like employer gives salary to the employee as per the terms and conditions which have been agreed between them. Like whenever you go to get a job, then they ask you how much salary do you want, then you say I want 10,000 or 20,000, and the person will say no, we are going to give you 15,000. Then you negotiate and you get up to 18,000. So remuneration is fixed in accordance with both the parties agreement. Okay. So what is an employee? Employment is an economic activity in which people work for others. There are two parties involved in employment: employer and employee. The employer is the person who gives the work, and the employee is the person to whom the work is given. Like uh, Anil Ambani, Mukesh Ambani are employers, and everybody working for them are employees. Okay. So what is next? What are the features of employment? The main aim of employment is the main aim of employment is to earn money for meeting the needs of employees and employers. Here you have to understand that the needs of both the employer and the employee are met. What is the need of an employee? To earn money. And what is the need of the employer? To get the work done by their employees. So main aim of employment, profession and business, there were only one-sided aims. The businessman wanted to earn money, the professional wanted to earn money. But here, both the needs of the employer and the employees are fulfilled. Okay. So qualifications. Each job requires some qualification. The job can be skilled or unskilled. Like qualification is deferred. Like for doctors and all, you have to get that qualification only. But for employee, there are two types of employees: skilled employees and unskilled employees. In case of skilled employees, you need to have proper qualification, proper education for white collar jobs. But in case of unskilled employees, what you can do is you can be of lower qualification and your job will be different. Your job will be of lower level, like you will be working in a factory or something like that. Like example is given: job for nurse but no specific qualification for unskilled job is necessary. For example, office boy. Yes, for office boy you don't need to have an education qualification, but for being a nurse you need to have an educational qualification. So employment, sometimes you need to have qualification, sometimes you do not need to have qualification. Okay. Monetary returns, it is common in all three of them: business, profession and employment. Monetary return, because it is an economic activity, and when economic activity is there, that means money is going to come. The goods and services are provided in exchange of money. Goods and services are sold in exchange of money in case of business. In profession, services are provided in exchange of money. And in employment also, monetary return is fixed. Wages or salaries are given to the employees as a monetary compensation. Okay, and these wages and salaries are decided in advance, like we just discussed. Along with salary, other benefits like bonus, quarters to stay, subsidized food in canteen also can be given to employees. There are certain institutions which also give educational help to their employees, like Reliance Group of companies help their employees to get postgraduated and pay their fees on behalf of them. So there are other monetary perks apart from salary which an employer gives to its employee. Okay, so the next feature of employment is capital. No capital is required for employment. Why? Because the employer provides everything. If you want to be an employee of a company, you have to just go there, give your interview, get qualified for the job and start working. You do not have to invest any money into it. Like in case of business, you have to invest money. If you want to be a partner in a partnership firm, you have to invest money. Okay, then in case of uh, what do you say, profession, if you want to be self-employed, you have to earn money, you have to employ, you have to invest money. Okay, then registration, no registration is required. Every employee has to follow the rules and regulations mentioned in the terms and conditions of employee contract. You do not to be registered under any institution or any council. All you have to do is start working for an organization. There is no specific requirement for registration. You just have to follow the rules and regulations of the institution for which you are working. Non-transferability, same as profession, employment cannot be transferred. Like for example, if I am working for Reliance companies and someday I am not feeling well, I'll say today my daughter will come to work. No, that is not possible. So after some years I'll say my son is going to overtake my job. No. For in case of employment, there is no transferability of services. Example is given: if a teacher retires, he cannot give his job to his son or daughter. Nature of work, every employee is expected to complete the work which is given to him. The nature of the job decide the nature of the work. Like we discussed, there are two types of jobs: skilled job and unskilled job. So if you are a top level employee or a middle level employee, your job will be more focused on management or managing things or arranging things. But if you are a lower level employee, your job will be more concerned with making things or working in a factory. So there is a specific nature of work given to a specific employee, depends on the type of the job that you are doing. So what are the features of employment? Monetary compensation, you get money in exchange of your employment. You do not have to invest any capital, you do not have to register under any institution, your job cannot be transferred, and it is a win-win situation for both the employer and the employee. The needs of both the employer and the employee are fulfilled in case of employment. Okay, so these were the features of profession and employment. Thank you.